Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So now that I have everybody's attention, let's move on to what we're talking about. And that is what we're talking about. But there's a little more to it. Right now, the country has swung to the right, and it's starting to swing back. Okay? As it swings back, we say stuff like, well, we want to return to normal. We want to return to the way things were before Trump, the pre-Trump era. But we need to stop for a second. Is that really what we want? Were things really the way we wanted them under Bush, under Obama, under Clinton? Yeah, they're better than Trump, but is that what we want? Or do we use that momentum when that pendulum starts to swing back to go a little bit further, to create something better? That's what I would suggest we should do. And in order to do that, we have to question things that we believe. The reality is there is absolutely no evidence to suggest that long prison sentences do anything to deter crime. None. That evidence does not exist. And that's just one facet of the things we need to work on. We need to look at. We need to come up with new ideas about. Criminal justice reform needs to take place, and it needs to be pretty heavy. We have a lot that we have to do there. I would suggest that even though when it swings back, I would assume that some substances that are currently illegal will become legal. Others won't. What are we going to do with those people? Those people that are selling? We're going to lock them up? Continue the war on drugs in a way, even though it's failed? Or do we come up with something new? Perhaps take the money that would be spent locking them up and reinforcing the idea of might makes right, take that money and put it into treatment. And then have those people, nonviolent offenders, doing community service there. We have to have a blueprint to move forward. We have to start thinking about this stuff now. We can't wait until the momentum's gone. When it swings back is the time to start talking about this stuff, and it's the time to act. But in order to come up with that blueprint, we have to start questioning this stuff now, today. And yeah, I chose Stone because I was fairly certain it was going to get the reaction it did. And to be honest, though, to be very clear, I do believe that's an excessive sentence. I do. However, I probably could have framed it a little bit better if I didn't want to provoke a little bit of a reaction on this one. It's probably one of the most important things we can do right now. As we wait for everything to settle, for the dust to settle, for the stars to align, and for things to start moving back towards the arc of justice, we need to come up with a plan. We have to figure out what we're going to do. And I would suggest, if we are going to create a just society, fixing the failures in our criminal justice system should be pretty near the top of the list. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good night.